Welcome back to TechniqueWOD. Today we're talking about training your anterior chain, your abs so to speak, using hollow body positioning and increasing the load with that hollow body positioning using the rower, which is probably something you haven't done before, doing something that I call a rower rollout. To start off, I'd like to talk about the hollow body position. If you don't know what that is, it's a staple of gymnastics and CrossFit and whatnot. It basically is your most stable, strongest anterior core position. So if I'm in a push-up, I'm maintaining a hollow body position here, which basically means my ribs are down, my butt is squeezed, and my hips are in a posterior tilt. Very similar to, if I'm just doing a regular plank bridge, or if I'm doing something like a hollow body hold, or I'm doing hollow rocks. These are all the same position. I could even be on the rings doing a front lever. It's all the same. My ribs are down, my rectus abdominis, my abs, my external obliques, they're firing, keeping my ribs down, posteriorly tilting my pelvis and maintaining this very strong position. So there's many ways you can train that. If you've seen like late night infomercials for ab wheels back in the day, a lot of people have those now. There's actually really good tools. We have one right here. So, if you want to start on your knees, you can do ab wheel rollouts, maintaining, this is a shortened repetition, but maintaining a hollow position the whole time. Butt is squeezed, ribs are down. And for me, doing something like an ab wheel is really hard on my elbows especially. I played a lot of baseball growing up my whole life, and then did strength coaching for baseball for a period of time, and I've always had medial elbow issues that can creep up if I don't take care of them, and if I'm not conscious that they could flare back up. You can do the same thing. You can basically do the exact same thing. If you don't have an ab wheel, you can just use a barbell, put a couple plates on there, lock your arms out straight, and same deal. And again, I don't like to do that very much because it always bangs up my elbows. So what I like to do instead, same concept, is I use a rower. And instead of getting on a rower like this, like a push-up position with my arms straight, since that could flare up, I can't do this on an ab wheel or just a regular barbell, or even very similar. You could plank, do a push-up position on rings and do a ring fallout. It's the same thing, but on the rower, I can just post on my elbows and then slowly reach my arms and hands overhead. And as I extend overhead, it's lengthening the lever arm, and it's making it harder and harder and harder. It's decreasing my leverage, it's making it harder and harder and harder to maintain that hollow position. So you'll notice as you reach overhead, the tension around, especially your core area, keeping your ribs down, keeping your pelvis in that posteriorly tilted position becomes harder and harder and harder, and you can do repetitions just like that. So you're basically holding a bridge, just like you would do like I showed earlier. You're holding this bridge position, but instead of just holding that position for a minute or two or three or whatever you're trying to do, it's a more advanced version of that where I can do repetitions, and or if you want to just pause out there and just kind of hang out, you can see I'm already like starting to shake. As I get further and further up, it adds more and more and more tension. So this is a great ab exercise. It's a great anterior chain core stability exercise. You're working on resisting that extension, but you're doing it in a way that's not, if you're a person like me that already has medial elbow issues, which are easy to flare up in a sport, like if you're doing CrossFit or gymnastics or any variety of other sports, a lot of rope climbs, a lot of muscle ups, a lot of people get their medial elbows to flare up. And so this is a great way to train that hollow body position without banging up your elbows in the process. So try it out, let me know what you think. You probably wouldn't do it in Metcon. Again, it's a stability exercise. You're not really doing it for speed, but it's great assistance work. Add 2 or 3 sets of something that accumulates right around 30 seconds to a minute after your regular training, a couple days a week, and I think it'll really be beneficial to you. Okay? My name is Doug Larson. You can follow me on Instagram, Douglas E. Larson. Also, everything Shrugged Collective. Go to shruggedcollective.com. You can check out all the shows that we have on the collective. We have a show basically coming out every single day of the week, both on iTunes and on YouTube. And if you want to check out our online training programs, you can go to shruggedcollective.com/vault. They're all a part of the program Vault, which basically gives you access to every training program that we have for one membership rate. So go check that out if you're interested. We have the flight weightlifting, Shrugged Strength Challenge, Muscle Gain Challenge. Those are our long-term programs. Then we have 8 other short-term programs. They're all very good. Check them out. If you have questions for me, DM me on Instagram. I'm Doug Larson. I'll see you another day.
Welcome to the Shrugged Collective Program Vault. Over the last 6 years, we've been leading the charge in online strength and conditioning programming and coaching. And for the first time in the history of the Shrugged Collective, we're combining our 11 best-selling long-term and short-term accessory programs into one membership site called the Program Vault. From Olympic weightlifting to strongman, leaning out, nutrition, you name it, our 11 best-selling programs are yours for $47 a month. Get to shruggedcollective.com/vault and you will find immediate access to our 11 best-selling strength and conditioning programs.